so far. But we'll be out of here soon. Hey, I'm Nita Lockhart. Let me tell you how I moved my business from a tiny ass room to a 6,400 square foot warehouse. Alright, so boom. Let me tell you how it all went down. So basically, right, prior to the coronavirus, I used to do maybe like a couple hundred bottles or so. And so it was me and my aunt, like, and that was it. And at first it was in my bedroom in my mother's crib. And then because my aunt was doing most of the actual like filling and packaging, we moved it to her crib. And so it was just in this spare room in her apartment. It was like 100 square feet, the room, maybe less than that, like 90. This is the size of like some people's freaking bathrooms. Shit small. So basically this is what we was working out of, and it was fine because it was like I was doing a couple hundred bottles. It was, you know, it was cooling. But then Corona happened. Corona did some shit to a nigga, like, I tell you that right now. Corona did some shit. And basically, like, I was always the kind of person that I never really liked putting money into something unless I felt like I was going to see it immediately, because I'm young and we don't have no patience. And so if I was like, I'm going to do a restock, I was like, I'm only going to stock an amount that I know is going to sell. I'm not going to stock some huge amount that's not going to sell for a month. Like, nah. I'm going to put out this many because I know I can sell this many. I know I'm going to get a return on this many. And that's just how I used to rock and roll. And so the products would always sell out in like a couple of minutes. But then when Corona happened, I wasn't able to just turn around and get 100 more bottles, 200 more bottles as quickly. I wasn't able to get nothing. So then now I'm sitting here with no inventory. All my vendors is closed, shut down. I don't have nothing. I'm not bringing in no money, no nothing. So I'm cooling with it though. I'm like, you know what? You know, I got money in my savings. I'm chilling. You know, it ain't gonna last forever. I'll be alright. So I'm just sitting on my ass for months, sitting in the crib, not making no money, making all these plans for what I'm gonna do after coronavirus. But at the time, I'm not doing shit, right? So then some of y'all may have heard about this girl, Marie from Moonx Cosmetics. But then I seen her make $1 million in 8 minutes. And at that point, I was like, fuck out of here. You feel me? Like, I can't be out here sitting on my ass and people was making $1 million in 8 minutes. Fuck, I look like not making no money and there's people making $1 million in 8 minutes. The fuck I look like? So I'm like, yo, nah, we gotta find a way. I stayed up until all types of times in the morning trying to find brand new vendors. I was up till like 3 o'clock in the morning for probably like a week, 2 weeks straight, trying to find all brand new vendors. I got all brand new people, and I was like, yo, I'm doing 4,000 bottles. And initially, like I said before, I was doing like a couple hundred. But after I seen $1 million in 8 minutes, I said, it's no way. I said, it's no way I'm doing these baby ass numbers. I gotta step it up. We gotta find a way. We gotta step it up. We gotta live to our fullest potential. So at this point, you know, I'm like, yo, we doing 4,000 bottles. I'm going to advertise my ass off. I'm getting these buyers. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't really think it all the way through. And I'm going to tell you how I didn't think it all the way through. Because in my mind, I was like, I'm just going to get these buyers. I didn't think about how we don't got no space. We in this tiny ass room. I didn't think about how we ain't got no workers. It's just me and my aunt. Like, how is this getting done realistically? You know what I'm saying? And then also, like, in a timely manner. Because the way that we used to package like 100 bottles and get it out in like 2 days, that's complete. You can't, that's not the same with 4,000. It's not going to get out as quickly, but people going to expect it to be out as quickly. So, and then even like with all these new customers, now you got all these new complaints because everybody, you know, things happen or whatever. Now you need customer service. I didn't think about none of this. So now things had to happen mad quick. My mom's a realtor, so I was able to just call her and be like, yo, I need a warehouse. But it was difficult because of everything that was going on. They didn't want to show me like warehouses. And the one that I seen at the time is so crazy because at the time, like the way I shot up, it was so unrealistic. So when I was telling the people that, like the owners of the warehouses, like, hey, like I'm going to make this much money, even though currently I'm making probably way less. Because if you think about it, it's like, all right, we doing 500 bottles and we go from doing 500 to like 5,000. That's 10 times the amount. So I basically told them I'm going to be making 10 times the amount of money by the end of this month. And they looking at me like, bitch, You fucking crazy. I had this chart that I made, and it was like, this is the amount of money I'm making, but I promise you I'm gonna be doing this. And they looking at me like, bitch. And they just wasn't buying it. And I was just like, alright. So, because it did sound crazy. Like, you telling me you're gonna go from doing this to doing this. And the fact that I did it is just like, whoa, that's amazing. But nobody was believing it at the time. So they didn't really want to like show me places. They didn't really want to take me a whole bunch of places. And it was like the coronavirus was making it worse. And then directly after coronavirus, the protests started happening. So then they really wasn't trying to show me nothing. So, and then at that time, I needed to make that bulk order that I was talking about because we wasn't able to just get stuff quickly. And if you did, you had to pay a crazy premium to get stuff fast during the coronavirus. So then at that point, I'm like, I need a space to put all my stuff. They keep denying me on these warehouses. They not showing me nothing. I can't get a place. I'm trying to do this drop. I done already set the date. I done already told the people I don't want to push it back, but I don't have no place to actually get this done at. So at this point, I'm like, okay, you know, I done made these orders. I have to give them an address. I remember when I woke up that first morning when I had called my mom, because I kept calling her, like trying to ask her about, you know, these people, like, hey, what are they saying? What are they saying? Can I get a warehouse? Can I get a warehouse? And she was just telling me to wait. And then she finally told me, like, yo, they're just not going to give you the place. And then I was like mad defeated. I remember that morning, I was just like, yo, what the fuck am I finna do? Like, what the fuck? Like, and I don't really know nobody that had done it that I could really talk to. It's not like I could call Marie from Moonx Cosmetics and be like, hey girl, how'd you do it? Like, I can't do that. So I was just like, fuck, like I gotta figure this out. And it was like, I remember being sad, and I'm always sad for like a couple of minutes, but then I'd be like, nah, let's find a solution. And then I was like, yo, we're gonna get the storage unit. So I called up the storage unit like across the street from my crib, and I was like, yo, I need like 4 units so I could put my stuff. Because I didn't know when I was getting a warehouse. Fortunately, I ended up getting one soon after. But I didn't know I was gonna get it. So basically, that's the reason why I needed a warehouse. And I ended up doing the drops, getting the money, and I was able to do 10 times what I was doing before. And I made all those people that turned me down look fucking stupid. And here I am now. From a 100 square foot room to a 6,400 square foot warehouse.
Go.
So let me tell you the struggles. So we have a little clip that I had made of me vlogging myself after one of the hardest days of me working. It was just so, I remember that day, because I'm watching the video back, and I'm like, when was this? And then I'm seeing the clothes I had on my sister's clothes, because if y'all see me, I'm pretty fly. Y'all see me, y'all see the fit, y'all see how we coming over here, y'all see it. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty fly or whatever. And I always was like dressing like this when I was like, oh, I'm a CEO, you know, I want to look the part or whatever. But I had to get dirty that day. I had to like mix oils and everything. So I had to take all my clothes off, and my sister gave me her clothes. I had on like a black shirt, some fucking tights, because she had like leggings. What do you call them shits? I guess like leggings. And that's what I was wearing so I could help out, because my aunt was overwhelmed with trying to like mix because we're the only people that know the actual formulas. So she's like the main one who was mixing them, and then she was like, yo, I need help, like, because we was mixing it for the other people. I was hiring people on the spot, like, yo, bro, can you come through? Can you do this? I didn't even have nothing together, didn't have no contract, no nothing. I was just like, yo, can you help? Whatever, I got you, I'm gonna pay you this, And, you know, we was just out the crib, we in the kitchen mixing stuff up, bringing it to the other room, and then the room is just so packed. We got boxes on top of boxes with like oils in it, and then we had like freaking cut up pieces of cardboard on top of the oil so we could put more oil on top in the box. And then we would have to move. That shit used to be heavy as fuck. Have to move it just so another person could move into that area, because it was like we were so on top of each other and there was so much shit. So it's like, if it's me and this, I don't know, not the ring light, but it's like if I'm here and another worker's right here, there's probably like 3 boxes right here. So now for me to move, we gotta move the boxes out the way. Then I could go over there if I need to do something. Let's say I need to go over there and get a bucket. We gotta move the boxes, bring the bucket, move the boxes back. So now this person could sit back where he was sitting. It was just crazy. We didn't even have real chairs sometimes. We were sitting on buckets. We were sitting on baby chairs. It was crazy. it was super duper crazy. But that night I remember just like being so tired because I had did so much that day. Like I think we had went to the storage unit because we had stuff in the storage unit we needed to get. So we brought stuff from the storage unit over to my aunt's crib, and then I think it was like close to the actual pre-sale date. So I had to advertise my ass off. So I'm online I'm making the collages, I'm posting them, I'm making the captions, I'm answering the DMs, I'm answering the comments, I'm putting it on all my pages, I'm putting it on the story, I'm making videos, I'm doing all this, and then at the same time I'm running to the what you call it? Not the warehouse. To the storage unit. I'm running to the storage unit, going back to my aunt's crib, and they was on like the 6th floor. It was just craziness. It was just crazy. And then after all of that, it was like I still am mixing this stuff and filling it and trying to help out. It was just like, and it was just a late night. And I don't remember what day it was. I'd have to actually look at the footage. But it was like very close to the pre-sale. And then when it was a different experience because that was the first time that like my items hadn't sold out extremely quickly. But shit, we made a lot of money, so I ain't even care. Bruh, I'm tired. I don't even know if y'all can know this, but I'm very tired today. So today I went to the storage place, got some boxes, brought it back to my aunt's house and MJ's house, and then I mixed some oils up. I labeled some bottles, counted bottles. I promoted on Instagram all day. I did all the customer service. People wrote their names down and everything. Posted probably like 20 times, maybe. I hope. I don't know. I was kind of busy most of the day. Tired now. Now I'm home. Still got a list of things to do for tomorrow. It's so crazy how the more money you get, the more fucking bills you have. Shit is the craziest shit I ever seen in my life. I really have a $50,000 bill. That's crazy. And we need it too. In order for me to move into my warehouse, 50K, 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 50K. And we need it. Because we in some small room. I filmed a little bit today before my camera died, but that little room, they be in there struggling, moving around, pushing each other. It'd be crazy. I need more rooms. I need more buckets. I need to buy more of those buckets, bro. I'm so freaking tired. So I was previously telling y'all how it was like hard for me to get the warehouse, like how basically all the people who was the owners of the building, they didn't believe the numbers and the projections that I was telling them, because it really did look ludicrous to say, hey, I know that during this pandemic, I'm going to be able to make 10 times the money that I was making out of the pandemic. They was just like, you're crazy. So they didn't believe me or whatever. They wasn't hearing it. And basically, I had tried to get a loan, got denied for it, and I was just like, yo, how am I going to get this warehouse? So at that point, I was like, I'm going to have to pay cash. That's just how that's going to have to be. I don't have no investors. Nobody's trying to invest in nothing during this terrible pandemic, right in the midst of it. This is May. You know what I'm saying? And I'm in New York City. Like, no one's trying to be investing in nothing right now, and I didn't even really want to go that route, but no one was even trying to go that route with me anyway. Wasn't going to get no loans. Didn't know anything about a lot of this stuff that I know now that I've learned over time. And so it was just like, I just had to pay for it cash. And some of y'all don't even know how expensive New York is, but it's expensive. The 6,400 square foot warehouse cost a pretty penny in New York City. And I'm on the most popular street in Harlem. Most popular corner, really. So, had to write a big check. This warehouse was chicken, bro. This shit was bread. I remember, I make budgets for everything. And I remember making that budget that day. That shit was heartbreaking. I remember the same morning that I got the money. From fucking Shopify, because they send you the money like 2 days later. Same morning, half that bitch was gone. Went right to the bank. Was like, I need me a certified check, 50K, and they was like, all right, wrote it. Same day, money came into account that morning. Half of it, gone. I got other bills to pay. I got payroll, I got ingredients and bottles and all this other shit to buy. Half that motherfucker was gone. I don't even think I paid myself that time. It be like that. That's how it is running a business. Sometimes you got big bills. You gotta choose what's getting paid for. I be having a whole budget and I be like, oh, well, we done ran out of money. Looks like I can't do this, that. You gotta pick and choose what's getting paid for this time, what's getting paid for next time. I'm in a blessed position. Some people wait years before they can be profitable. You know what I'm saying? Some people wait years before they start paying themselves. For me to be able to do that after like fucking 2 restocks, that's not any kind of struggle. Like, that's, yeah, I'm in a good position for sure. But that shit was tough. And the crazy part is that, you know, some people hear like 50K, oh, that's a lot of money, and it is. Don't get me wrong. But this was a steal. This was a steal because the way that it works is like you have to pay 1 month's rent and 3 months security. So I had seen a place. It's actually in the same building, but it's upstairs, and it was $20,000 a month. So that would mean 1 month's rent, so $20,000 plus 3 months security, $60,000. That's $80,000 together. And I was like, shit, we're gonna have to stay in that small ass room. And the other places I was seeing was dead, like trash. Any place that was in the same price range as this one was like, it was dusty, it wasn't finished, there was no elevator, and we need an elevator because we have to bring these heavy ass oils, like we need an elevator. But it was like, these were the things that they were showing me in my price range. And they were showing me smaller places, like this 6,400 square feet. They were showing me like 5,000, a little under 5,000, 4,000 something. And that's what I was seeing, with no elevator in a bad neighborhood. Like literally one of the times the super, he didn't have the key. He just took out one of these, like a wrench, and clipped the lock. I was like, ghetto as hell. Like, I'm like, like I don't want to be working in an environment like this, because I wanted a certain location, and it was like the stuff in my price range was not in the locations that I wanted. Didn't have no elevator, didn't have no like fucking AC, was not finished. Like the way you see the walls, the way you see the ceilings, the way you see the floors, like these places I was seeing did not have no ceilings, didn't have no floors, didn't have no fucking walls, no none of that. And you know, a lot of places I was seeing was 15,000, which was more in my price range, because then it would have been more like 60,000 instead of 80. And this place, like for me to move in, because you got to pay the 1 month's rent, 3 months security. But for this place, I was able to get it for 13.5. And my mom was able, because she's my realtor, she was able to negotiate, you know, instead of me paying like the 1 month's rent, 3 months security, I ended up paying less. So all of that finagling and finessing, instead of, because this place was 15,000. But my mom finessed it to get it to 13.5. I was supposed to pay 1 month's rent, 3 months security. My mom finessed it for me to pay less securities. And all that added up to still being $50,000. So, yeah. I guess you could call that a deal. Well, guys, this is how I went from some small ass, tiny ass room to this huge ass warehouse. 6,400 square feet. Subscribe. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment, do all that good stuff. All right, cut it.